Hello, my name is Andrea Tweet, and I am an associate professor at Germanna Community College in IT and cybersecurity. I have a master's in career and technical education and a master's in cybersecurity. I've been teaching for 20 plus years and at the community college level for the last 14 years. One of the nice things about the uCertify platform is that it integrates seamlessly into our learning management system. Our system is typically what is used across the state for high schools and colleges. So it makes it a lot easier when you're grading, when the grades sync up. The students don't have to leave your learning management system to go to a third party. Everything is integrated seamlessly. And then after you set it up one semester, you can copy it over and share, that course with other instructors as well, which just makes the setup time a lot easier. I think one of the most positive feedback I get from the students is the labs are focused on like one specific topic. I found in the past that sometimes labs can just go on for pages and pages of steps. With uCertify, they focus on one specific topic and really just delve into that. Another nice thing is that the labs track progress through virtual machines. They use common simulators that are used in industry like Packet Tracer. And they also have labs that you can do like drag and drop for cabling and some more of the physical components. So there's a variety of labs, and they're a lot easier for students to sort of comprehend because typically it's one topic. It might take a student 10 or 15 minutes to get through a lab, but then they understand that concept and like what the purpose of that lab was. So that it doesn't get lost in pages and pages of detail. So uCertify is a pretty easy integration. If you're used to sort of syncing with your LMS, you can embed links. And setting it up on the uCertify site is pretty intuitive. After you learn how to make sure you link up to your LTI integration, it really just sort of sets itself up from there. You can do as many configurations as you want on the uCertify side, or you can just sort of leave it open and set up those settings on your learning management system side. So that makes it a lot easier to copy over from semester to semester. And I like to make sort of a master course and then share course codes or course keys with adjunct faculty and some of my peers so they don't have to start from scratch. So it's really easy to integrate. And when it comes to the grading part, like I said before, the gradebook syncs. I've never had an issue with student grades recording on my end. So that makes it, a lot easier rather than having to go back and forth between two different sites to monitor student progress. Yes, I've actually recommended it to a lot of instructors throughout Virginia. When I started using uCertify about probably 3 to 4 years ago, I really loved the platform and that I taught at a different school, and we integrated uCertify into a number of our courses. And since then, I have changed schools, and my coworkers currently are thinking about replacing a lot of their textbooks with uCertify because of the more focused lab environment and also just a reliable lab environment. That's one of the biggest benefits is you're not waiting, for a virtual machine to boot up or freeze. Everything works really seamlessly, and you can tell that there's a lot of work done on the back end to make sure everything works for the students so they don't run into the headaches of waiting on labs or having issues with labs actually loading and working. So it's nice just to have a reliable platform, and that's what I found my coworkers really depend on is that reliability factor because we teach in-person classes, online asynchronous classes, and if a student has like a frustrating experience in your course, that can feed into your instructor reviews. And also, it could just sort of be a barrier for them signing up for other courses in your department. So you want to just sort of be this seamless process. And a lot of us are moving to uCertify because of that really strong infrastructure that's already in place. I was As I think about this, it's hard to just narrow down to one thing. One of the newest features that I really like is having an AI tutor built into the textbooks. It keeps students from just going and using AI services, and they don't always have like the most specific prompts, and they can sometimes just get back a lot of information that's not relevant to the course or to the textbook. So having that AI tutor integrated is really exciting for me. It really helps to guide the students, and I can set the level of feedback for the AI tutor so it can prompt the student and try to get them to come up with an answer on their own and sort of maybe draw comparisons to other things that they've learned before the answer is given. So I felt like it sort of takes the good side of AI. Using it as a tutor, as sort of like a learning support, and not just this copy and paste, that we sometimes see from students. So having AI built into the textbook, I feel like it will keep them from wandering off and just doing sort of a copy and paste. So hopefully it takes them a little bit more through that learning process. And then, like I said before, just the support. You can actually use the AI tutor if you're having any sort of technical issues or problems with the book, and just fill out a support ticket right there, which makes it a lot more seamless.